Christians know very well the biblical accounts of the birth of Jesus, but some believers may not know much about the Church of the Nativity. It's an amazing place. Our Jerusalem correspondent Daniel Cohen joins us now from Bethlehem. Daniel.
This is where the Christmas story began. In the tiny town of Bethlehem, over 2,000 years ago, at the Church of the Nativity, a silver star encased in a marble floor beneath an altar in an underground cave, along with an inscription that reads, "Here of the Virgin Mary, Jesus Christ was born." The church was built around 330 AD, supposedly on the place many Christians believe Jesus was born in a manger. Pilgrims and tourists from around the world are drawn here for one reason.
Jesus is the reason for believing.
The birth of Jesus Christ.
At over 1,450 years old, this is the oldest standing church in continual use in the Holy Land. It's the second Christian church built on this site. The first, built by Roman Emperor Constantine and his mother Helena in the 4th century, was burned and destroyed in the mid-500s and rebuilt by Emperor Justinian. Anyone who wants to enter the Church of the Nativity in Bethlehem has to go through this 4-foot-tall door. It's called the Door of Humility. And why is that? Because you have to bow in reverence and respect before you can go in. Also, back in the day, it was to keep attackers from riding their animals directly into the church. Modified over the years, it's said to have retained the tone of the original church building. Today, an 8-year, $15 million restoration of decaying ancient mosaics, frescoes, and columns is almost complete.
You can see the mosaic. Before, you can't see them. Actually, it was all black walls, the windows, the floor even. It's really disaster.
The hope of believers is to experience this place and connect with their faith. Pre-pandemic, people flocked to Bethlehem, sort of like this flock of sheep I encountered with my family, not far from the shepherd's fields where the Bible says angels first announced the birth of Jesus.
Bethlehem! We're in Bethlehem, and we're driving down the road, and look who we found, a friend here, and his sheep.
Scholars debate whether the Church of the Nativity is really built over the exact location where Jesus was born. But millions of people across multitudes of generations agree it happened in Bethlehem. Because of COVID travel restrictions, the church is mostly empty. But those fortunate to come are filled with joy and Christmas cheer.
See ya.
Reporting from Bethlehem for Newsmax, I'm Daniel Cohen.
Thank you, Daniel. What a wonderful piece.
You just watched Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news channel, now in more than 70 million homes. You can get Newsmax TV on your cable system or check your cable guide. And if your system doesn't carry Newsmax, call them, tell them you want Newsmax TV, because we're real news for real people.